Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well as always. I'm on to do a quick update here. I wanted to address something with the collective, specifically the divine feminines, because your masculines are coming in pretty hot and heavy, very passionate. And I've been getting some messages, just from my guides and through certain synchronicities that I'm seeing. And it's a message for the feminines to remember your goals, remember where you guys are headed, and that you've worked really, really hard to maintain the balance that you have. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of, little tests coming in to really see whether or not you're fully grounded into your truth and your own power. Okay, many of your masculines are just coming through very sensually and passionately, and it's easy to get carried away or get swept away. But hi baby, sorry, I didn't mean to continue talking while you graced us with your presence. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling. A lot of them are wanting to really sweep you off your feet, divine feminine, and I'm seeing, or I'm foreseeing that it could be a bit of a distraction, and a lot of you are working really hard on your projects, your finances, your abundance. A lot of opportunities are coming through for you. So, embrace the communication if you're having it with your masculine, but take things slow. Okay, let's find out what the divine feminine's advice is. Okay, what's your best course of action right now? What are the goddesses, the divine feminine energy around you, supporting you on this twin flame journey? What do they want you to know? Okay, what's the guidance that's coming out for the divine feminines right now? You okay? What's the matter? You good? Okay, guys, I've given it a good shuffle. I'll cut the deck right in half. Okay, so divine feminines, right now you have Lakshmi coming through, the goddess of abundance. I told you guys, make sure that you guys are staying on task, okay? Because your masculines will come in, and their sensual energy and their passionate energy, it just has a way of making you feel a little bit out of it, okay? A little bit exhausted. I feel like many of you know exactly what I'm talking about when your masculine comes through with communication. They just have a way with their words. Their energy is very, very powerful as well. In fact, I feel, many of them are communicating with you, feminine, and they're seeing just how powerful their energy is. And I think that Lakshmi is a reminder for us to make sure that any kind of sexual energy right now that's maybe overwhelming you, use it to create right now. It'll be the best thing you ever do. Okay, don't use it to get caught up in old patterns and habits. Specifically for the masculines, I feel like when they feel sexually provoked by the divine feminine's energy, it'll push them back, or want to push them back into old patterns like chat rooms and cam girls or cam boys, whatever the deal is with your person. Pornography websites, things like that. And that stuff can drain your energy very, very easily, right? So I feel like those are some of the tests right now that are coming up with many of you. So if the sexual energy is very high in your connection, just take it easy and remember that you guys are also on a path to abundance, and this abundance, it's also to help you carry out your mission. Many of you need resources to carry out your mission as well in order to reach the larger masses. Okay, many of you have important work to do. Okay, and your twin is definitely there to support you and give you that fuel and that boost and that drive, but just make sure that that fuel, you don't inhale any of that fuel. Put it where it needs to go and use it for the appropriate reason, which is to get out there and continue to create, and realize that you and your twin being back in harmony or communication, or even if communication is not happening in the physical, you guys aren't physically talking, you could just feel the energy is a little bit more positive. You're bouncing off the bed every morning rather than tempted to sleep in or stay up late all night because you're ridden with anxiety. It's many of you are getting proper rest now. Use the energy to your advantage. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, and it says, I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. And I think it's important to hear her say wealth is an inside job, because You know, sometimes like it's very triggering when you and your twin are in close connection with each other, right? It can be very triggering. The passionate energy can be very triggering. Not only can it be very draining, but it can bring up jealousy, possessiveness, especially on the masculine's part. So just be mindful, guys, because you don't want anything to throw you off your game right now. Take it very easy with your counterpart and create the space that you need to as well. We have the Emperor at the top of the deck. Since that came face up at the top, we'll take what's at the bottom of the deck as well. Oh, we have the Knave of Swords. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to show this card, but what I'll try to do is cover it up with the crystals a little bit. And, it's kind of this energy of, it tells me that the masculines are at the beginning of this journey. They're embracing the feminine in her true nature, her true power, and it's making many of them impulsive. To me, page energy is impulsive. It's like you have the thought about something and it's like you kind of go in hot and heavy without fully being prepared or ready, like maybe the king or the emperor would. And maybe that's your masculine's lesson right now through this reading is, the divine feminines are prepared this time around. Old cycles aren't going to repeat because the divine feminines aren't going to be losing their footing. Okay, you guys aren't going to lose your footing when it comes to communicating with your divine masculines. And when they do come back around, many of you are very rooted in your truth and very rooted in the lessons that, I feel like many of you have learned like this far. Okay. I hope I'm being clear for a lot of you because, if you guys take a close look, pause the video, Google quickly what the Knave of Swords cards look like in the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And, it's showing me where the feminines are. It's like a clearer indication from the universe to stay focused on your mission. The masculines are right behind you, and the position that the masculines are in, I feel like they're gonna be coming in hot and heavy, and it's not necessarily that they want to. Sometimes I feel like the universe orchestrates it so that there's that reminder for the feminines to stay grounded and to stay balanced. Okay. Let's find out a little bit about the outcome. Okay. What's the outcome for the twin flames at this time, both divine masculine and feminine? What are they both learning right now? What lessons are coming up? What can they expect? Okay. So keeping an open mind. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, okay? And the Emperor is a major arcana, and I feel like what it's trying to say is that, many of your masculines, the energy that comes through when they do come through, like it's very sensual, it's very passionate, it's very sexual. Many of you might like that. When you are being asked to keep an open mind and know that some of these things may in fact be coming up as a test, and that's all it is. Because keep an open mind and realize that your masculine's not perfect. Okay, even when they're in their emperor nature, they're not perfect. As we know, the Emperor in reverse can be, very arrogant and very power hungry, and I'm not getting that energy from this masculine, but I am getting that because they're realizing, who you are more and more, because they're getting deeper into this ascension. Being around you makes them want to get into this Emperor energy even more and more. Just talking with you, Divine Feminine, because we have Lakshmi coming through, you're very confident, and one of the things that many of your masculines admire about you, like if you guys are tuned in, if this reading has found you, specifically what your masculine admires is your ability to create, to be a very abundant with like ideas and your ability to bring it into fruition. I feel like many of you work off of each other, and it's attractive. Like it's attractive to, and I feel like many of you can't help but really get turned on by each other in this energy as well, where when the feminine is in her power, it really makes the masculine, surrender. And after they kind of get through this period of surrender, once the energy settles, they're in this Emperor energy matching the feminine as well. They want to be abundant. They want to be providers. They want to be protectors. I feel like the feminines in the masculine's eyes, it's like, like you're worthy. You're so worthy of like, you know, like a good partner, a strong partner. That's how they see you at this time. Like they see you as very strong. And if your masculines aren't there yet with this page energy, again, many of you aren't in communication, but you can feel that there's a positive shift with the energy. So communication will be coming through, or you're either dreaming of them or you're seeing a lot of synchronicities everywhere. There's just something in the air that feels positive. It feels like a good, turn of events for you and your counterpart. It's basically the energy of your masculine settling into, being bewildered by you. And then again, using that creative energy, the interactions between you two, to go ahead and start stepping into this emperor role. I feel like many of your masculines too, they place a lot of emphasis on success. They want to provide for you as well, specifically because you can already provide everything that you need. And it's like they want to do it even more so. I think that's come up in the last reading as well, where we talked about, in the past they've had to like support other partners fully, but then they come across you, Divine Feminine, and you also want to support them. It's almost like you two coming together, and exactly what the masculine wants to do for you, you want to do it for them too. And that's been one of the biggest things that, the masculines have kind of held on to when you two met early on in the connection, was that things felt very like mutual, like it's like you're just as crazy about them as they are of you. Maybe a lot of your masculines in the past as well have been in relationships where like they were a little bit more in love or infatuated with their partners, and so when it comes to the connection with you, it's a very refreshing energy to be like wanted and desired just as much from the other person. That's very magnetic to many of your masculines right now. All right, guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this short and sweet reading. Again, a heads up for the feminines to make sure that you guys are staying focused on your abundance, because your masculine is right behind you, right up your wazoo with that Knave of Swords card there, okay? Because they're right behind you, it's an extra reminder to make sure that you guys are paying close attention to not getting swept up in the cycles and not relinquishing control back into your divine masculine's hands, especially with the Emperor there, because, once the Emperor gets hold of power, sometimes it can go either way, right? But, overall, though, I don't really feel that for many of your masculines. They're way too focused right now on acquiring the knowledge that they need to move forward from where it is they are. Okay. And somehow this divine feminine always has something to do with them moving forward. Okay. You always seem to resurface in their lives right when they need it. Okay. All right, guys, you guys take care, and I will catch you in tonight's reading. Okay. Bye.